wanna do. She do what she wanna do. Ooh. She do what she wanna do.
She do what she wanna do. Lower to the grave, tell you like it is to your face. She don't play. Every chick down for it all, know that she a boss. No competition, no loss. From the Midwest to the A, Autumn got you tuning in, no delay. Ooh, get you right every time. Keep you laughing on a dime. Tell you truth, no lies, so you can live your best life. Cover all topics, no limits. Got something for your mama and your children, no holding back. No gimmicks, coming on strong, get straight to business. Oh yeah.
What she wanna do.
Live life, live life.
She do what she wanna do.
Live life, live life, live life.
What she wanna do.
Live life, live life,
She do what she wanna do.
live life, live life, live life, live life, live life.
Hey, it's your girl Autumn, and I welcome you back to the Lit Life podcast, where I encourage you to live your life autonomously. Y'all know when I start with that deep sigh, it's about to be on and crack-a-lacking. So, man, listen. Before I start getting into this little rant I got about my equipment.
Oh shit. Here we go.
Let me tell y'all this. Let me start here. And I ain't about to get emotional.
We're not gonna do it.
I know, but I'm about to say this. I know you that got cute, put your makeup on and
right, shit. Bro. Like this ain't non-running mascara, dog. Don't do me like this.
So all I'ma say is, if it wasn't for this beautiful black queen sitting in front of me,
here we go.
It wouldn't be no podcast, y'all. It wouldn't be no Lit Life podcast. Y'all have heard me say my sans. Sans no D. We might get into that later.
Sans no D, nigga.
This is my sans. This is the one and only sans no D.
No D. Please.
Y'all know her.
No D, nigga.
Y'all might know her as Lex the G. The livest five there is.
Nigga, please respect the fives. Please.
Or you might just know her on IG as my bathroom photo shoot.
Hey.
This is one of my best friends in the whole wide world, y'all.
We're not gonna do this.
All right. All right. Well, everybody give it up. See, I meant to label my thing so that I could make sure I had a clap. So I'm about to just hit one of these and see if it's the clap.
Heart, I already know it.
But I'm gonna just hit it and see. So let me see. Is this one it? I know this ain't it. So maybe it's this one. Let's see. Hey, give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Give it
up. I'm so stupid. This is gonna be funny. So ridiculous.
Man, what it do, Sarah? Happy 22nd.
Happy 22nd. I see you flossing with your shirt. I'm not gonna say nothing. I didn't put no shirt on today.
I mean, because you got fancy. Okay.
Nigga,
you went on ahead and got fancy.
Your grandmama. Like I've been digging in your grandmama closet and I love it. But I did girl 5 on.
Love it too.
The 5s be live. Thank you.
The glasses with your cat ass.
Nigga, cat all that. It's terrible. It's terrible. And before y'all raggedy groups be coming, it's not the same cat y'all talk about. This some more inside joke shit.
Okay, disclaimer.
It's official.
I'm glad you reminded me. Disclaimer. Yeah. Y'all know, if you listen to this podcast, y'all know how I do on this podcast. I hardly ever mention anything Greek because I don't be feeling like hearing y'all asses. This podcast has nothing to do with the Greeks. I mean, today it kind of do just a little bit.
Right.
Because my sans is here.
Right. But please understand that the opinions expressed on the Lit Life podcast today do not reflect on our illustrious sorority.
Today or any other day.
Exactly. We ain't shit. That don't have nothing to do with the sorority. This
at
is
all.
me and my fans, no D talking.
This
Cool?
what we do now.
Right.
So y'all, I ain't even got to say what sorority is because y'all can see.
Best in the land. I mean, ain't nobody got to tell you what's understood ain't got to be explained.
Facts.
Like, they know what it is.
And the funny thing is, what a lot of people probably don't know is we're in 2 sororities together, right?
Double fans. Yes, ma'am.
Right, which is how we met. So
exactly. How many years ago, nigga?
What has it been?
Oh God,
12?
Yeah, 12.
It's been 12 years.
12 niggas is coming up. Like we gonna be on 20 pretty soon.
I mean, in a minute.
And I just don't know what we're gonna do, but just know it's gonna be lit.
I mean, it's gonna be lit. That's just what it is. So we've been rocking together for like we said about 12 years. We crossed the sorority 2008, spring 2008, and that's how we met. Yep. And then we both entered into the next sorority basically together, saying,
I'm always right
spring
behind
11.
Yeah, like I'm always right behind you. You always lead the way because aces and all that. But,
I mean, all of that. But
respect the fives. But I let you pay it away every time.
And we've been talking back and forth about getting on the podcast or whatever. Okay. First, hold on. Before I go there, I got to put another disclaimer out. Sorry, guys. Y'all know how I do. I'm scatterbrained. If you are watching this on YouTube, okay, first, here's what I'm gonna tell y'all to do. If you're listening to this on your favorite podcast platform, but you feel deep in your heart that you would like to see us, you probably do want to see us. I'm gonna say go ahead and cut that one off because we already got enough for the stream account,
right?
And then come on over to YouTube, my YouTube channel. Just it'll be in the show notes, and or you could just
over to Death Row.
Right. Come on over to Death Row. And we gonna go, you know what I'm saying? Just Google Autumn the Aries or Lit Life Podcast. It'll come up and watch us on here. Now, when you come here, you're gonna see that I tried to get real damn fancy. I tried to get so fancy. I got this little cute little frame thing up here. Like it's real cute. It's just the boxes. The transparent boxes are too big and it's bothering me. It ain't bothering Lex. It's bothering me because y'all know how I am.
It ain't bothering me, dog. I'm over here picking it.
So I went on ahead and got that out the way. All right. Back to us. Back to you. So we met one sorority, crossed the next sorority together. And we've just been, really great friends. Yeah. Shit, rocking. This is just what we do.
Just rocking since then until the motherfucking wheels fall off.
And I have been talking about getting her on the podcast, but y'all know I'm trash. So.
Nigga, no, because it wasn't time. Because it's been a whole lot happening. So
it has been a whole lot happening. So today, listen, literally today, I'm sitting here like getting ready to record or thinking of what I was gonna record, and I'm like, we got some shit. I got some shit we could talk about. Let me hit Lex up. She was like, bet, let me go on and get dressed.
Yeah, nigga. And for the record, like, I just need y'all to know that I'm extra.
Extra.
And I promise, I've been in a t-shirt and some leggings all day. And Sam's was like, you want to be on the podcast? We're going to record. I said, oh. So I told my baby girl. And she was like, so you going to put a dress on? I was like, no, I'm not going to put no dress on. She was like, so which dress we putting on? Nigga, and she started throwing stuff off the rack. Like, y'all can't see the rack in the background good, but she was like, which one of these dresses we do? And I said, Peyton, that's extra. She said, but we extra. So go on and do it. I said, well,
extra.
And let's put some makeup on. So disclaimer. We've been quarantined. Mm-hmm. I ain't been in the office, but I've been outside. So if I'm out here looking casket fresh, keep that shit to yourself.
You know what? Goodbye.
And your mama.
Goodbye, because it look fresh to me. If
I'm out here looking casket fresh in your grandmama dress, just let that shit ride, nigga. Don't say.
You see how much makeup I got on, and you see these Velcro eyebrows.
No, first of all,
that I be
you
over.
Got the most beautiful skin ever. So
I appreciate that. Shit
together. Now them eyebrows we could fix, but
I mean, it's real. It's real. it's real velvet looking. Like the eyebrows real velvet looking right now for me. And I'm been trying to just like, pluck a little under, under the spot right here. But I can't do this top part because I'm afraid. So I'm like, I have like a couple of like gray eyelashes or brow.
Shut up.
What is that?
Nigga, good living. That's it. Because the way my whole head is damn near gray, I just be like, all this teaspoon of hair, a lot of it's gray. Like half of it's gray. Like I'm really about to be like, maybe I should dye it and bleach it. Like I'm gonna bleach it and then dye it gray and just be out here full blown. Or I'm be real granny chic in this bitch. Like just like I'm gonna embrace it. But back to them eyebrows though, like at least you got eyebrows. Y'all don't put the big glasses on, so y'all can't even see my brows.
You know what? Goodbye.
I was like, look at these glasses, these apples. You can't even see my eyebrows. It is what it is.
So all right. So we got that whole. I told you.
Yeah, like, it's lit. It's
got it all out the way. So all right, you already know what time it is. Not that time. God damn, nigga. I hit the wrong button.
Nigga, it's cool. I mean,
it is. It's cool because I be messing up. So anyway,
we ain't perfect. So
you already know what it is. You already know you going first.
Nigga. So I've been waffling on my Shut the Fuck Up award because I like to keep it cute and classy. So my Shut the Fuck Up award goes to niggas who don't grow up. Like, try God, don't try me.
Collectively.
Like just, Allah, Buddha, Jesus, whomever, try them. Stop trying me. Like, a nigga do not have the time. Like, I ain't even finna go into it, but like, I'm pretty cool, calm, collective. I'm a Capricorn. I don't really want no smoke. I don't want no drama. I'm petty, but I try to keep it out. Like, niggas is trying to vibrate higher. But like,
they trying to vibrate over your petty, or
like I just want to be cool. Like I just want to be cool. I just want to vibrate higher. I just want to be like, that petty shit that's beneath me because I'm trying to be great.
Mm-hmm.
But niggas, like whatever you got going on, dog, is cool. But keep that shit over there. Like, and one thing I don't play about my money. I don't play about my babies. I got 2 kids. Don't put me in a position to have to play about them because I ain't playing fair and I don't like it. So Shut the Fuck Up award. My Shut the Fuck Up award goes to niggas who don't want to grow up.
Collectively.
Handle your business. Do what you're supposed to do. Whatever you got going on, like that's cool, buddy. But when it comes to these kids, I need you to be all the way grown. Stop fucking trying me, dog.
Do better.
Can we just all do better? Like whatever the nonsense, the foolishness, do better. Because I promise I turn all this shit over. I'm gonna flip all this shit over off them 2 kids.
Sometimes you be having to do that, bro.
And then honestly, like let's take it a step further. Like my niggas collectively in the world, and some niggas is bitches too. So just
and everybody some bitches is niggas. All right.
Bitches is niggas too. Stop having these fucking excuses. Like, I
mean, because we all know what those are.
I mean, nigga, if you like us, you know what excuses are. I don't know about the rest of y'all. But we know what excuses is. Fuck your excuses. Fuck that same shit you be talking. Do better. Do better, be better. And be blessed. That's it.
All of that.
That's it. That's it. And because you my fans know D, you already know what it is, but we keep it cute and classy. Just niggas do better.
Well, that was great.
That's it.
That's all you got. All right. So here go my Shut the Fuck Up. Cause people really, I get on Twitter as a source of entertainment. It's fun to me.
Mm-hmm.
I get all my giggles there.
So put a pin in that so you can talk about you being a bully about Twitter with me.
Oh, okay.
Come back to that.
Yeah, I will. I ain't got no problem with that.
Cool. Okay, continue.
I've been on Twitter for what?
Ever.
I think since 2011, 2010, something like that.
Sounds right.
And it's my jam. Like over any other social media platform, like it's my jam. So I get on there, I get most of my news there, I get everything there. But what you also get on Twitter is like all the races.
Nigga, fuck that too.
All the races that are like celebrity status too, or I would say celebrity status on Twitter because they have a blue, they're verified.
I was gonna say they got that blue check or whatever.
Right. So like this particular person, I don't know who it is for real, but they have a blue check. So, you know what I'm saying? I guess they're Twitter. Right. So this one said first of all, his name is Jesse Kelly. You know him? Does that sound familiar to you?
Google, I don't.
Okay. All right.
We'll see.
If the NFL wants to speak out against systemic racism, they should immediately suspend every player who has 5 kids with 4 different women, because that hurts Black people more than the cops could ever do.
Is Jesse Kelly?
You already know this is a white man. Okay, so first of all, I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out the correlation.
I'm trying, nigga. Is this the business that pays you, dog? Like, is this? How does somebody continue? I'm sorry.
These people are so upset that the NFL has decided to let these players wear, like, I think it's like the names of, people who have been killed, people of color who have been killed by the police on their helmets. They're so pissed off about this. And it's so fun, and it's funny to me that everybody, they could have when Colin Kaepernick decided to do what he was going to do, they could have minded their business and just let him do whatever the fuck he was going to do and just watch football.
That quiet shit that he was doing on the sidelines while y'all was putting your hand over your chest and singing the racist anthem.
Facts.
Like all you had to do was focus on the business that paid you, which was getting through the anthem so y'all could go kick the ball.
So we could watch football.
Right. But y'all was over here minding my dude Cap's business.
Doing the most.
Right.
So now that a lot more Black people have been killed, and everybody now wants to jump on the Black Lives Matter bandwagon, and allowing players, like, first of all, nobody even asked for this. All this shit that everybody's been doing, like all these different companies. Remember, I was telling you, about the Ancient Mama, all this shit. Like nobody asked for this.
None of it. Like we legit was just like, could y'all stop killing us? Like could y'all stop stopping us unlawfully and killing us and shooting us and then acting like y'all ain't do it?
Right.
Because that's all I really care about. Like I don't really care about some of this other, like the Land O'Lakes butter girl, the Indian on the land. She wasn't bothering me.
I mean, not me either.
Me, Jemima, but I get it. Before y'all start trying to come from, I understand the correlation. However,
right, that's what I said on the last episode. I get it. Like, I mean, but none of this was bothering me.
Nope. Y'all was just I accepted it.
What was bothering me was, the day that they saw Sandra Bland dead in her cell. That's the shit that bothered me.
And then had a whole Photoshop cover up with them fake ass eyes. Like, nigga. The amount of work y'all did for that.
Everything. We just you're up in your racist ass draws, upset, draws in a bunch because the NFL is allowing players to do this. And it still doesn't make any sense why. First of all, again, like I said, nobody asked for this. They went on ahead and got probably revamped a diversity board and called themselves having a damn Michael Scott from The Office Diversity Day, because this is exactly what the fuck it seemed like. All this stuff that they're doing, that's what it seems like. So let them go ahead and do it. Can we just, I thought we wanted to focus on football. That's what y'all kept saying. Focus on football, focus on football, focus on football. But y'all the ones that ain't focusing on football.
Y'all like about this shit over here.
What does suspend every player who has 5 kids with 4 different women? What the fuck that got to do with anything? All of them. Listen, if they got, I don't care if they got 10 kids by 12 women, nigga, and that don't even add up. I don't care if that's what it is. I bet they got the money to care for them and to pay for them.
How about I don't give one hot enough fuck about none of it? Not one single solitary hot enough fuck. But tell me what the difference is between players having those names on their helmets and not on a personal, like, I understand the difference. So again, don't come for me. But what if it was a logo? It's no different in theory if it was like Pepsi slapping a logo on a helmet. Like, treat that shit like that. That ain't got nothing to do with you.
Nothing.
And niggas' reproductive situations also is not the business that pays you. Them kids ain't out on their football field. They not kicking the ball, tackling niggas. Like, you just wanted to smooth slide in some racist shit because you feel like all rich black men or brown men or POCs or whoever got all these different baby mamas and all these kids. Nigga, fuck you and that bullshit. Because a whole bunch of you honky tonk whites doing the same shit. Some of them is related to y'all. So really, you should mind the business that pay y'all and just worry about what's in your own yard, because that ain't got shit to do with you.
And because for real, yo, wherever your team is, whatever NFL team it is you rep, I guarantee that a whole lot of the talent is black as hell. So I don't want to
not forget that it ain't a bunch of y'all in the NFL. Like, it's a bunch of niggas carrying the whole franchise. So what are you talking about? Nigga, you better be cool before they let them motherfuckers hit them other niggas on the other team hit you. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
ain't they guarding you or doing whatever they do in this sports ball game y'all play? Because y'all know I don't do no sports ball.
Well, you know I love it. So
I know it ain't my feng shui, but I get it. Like, shut up before they let them tackle you. But they all stand aside and let you get, drugged on that. Like, shut the fuck up, nigga. Like, just let that be the business. But I didn't think that was gonna be your shut the fuck up award.
What you thought it was gonna be?
I thought you was gonna talk about your boy Ye. I thought you was gonna talk about the episode he having in front of the world.
I'm just sad. Like, he makes me so freaking sad. That man makes me sad because I just can't. I'm holding on to the past. Okay. And I can't comprehend a man that once got on national TV on a live show.
In front of everybody.
The funniest moment, probably one of the funniest moments ever that happened on live TV, and said some real shit like George Bush don't care about black people.
Yeah. I can't reconcile it.
And now we're here. Like, I'm sad about that.
Are you? But the thing about that is, I don't get it. But
yes, I would like him to shut the fuck up, though. Yes, I would like him. I would like somebody to please take away any type of platform or whatever it is he has right now. Sit him down. I'm so glad that I didn't mean to cut you off. My bad. I'm so glad that that Dave Chappelle went out to check on him, because like all of the stuff that he's been tweeting or saying or whatever, it really does seem like a cry for help. So it's like Dave saw it and was like, let me get on a plane and go check on this nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he did. Yeah, he went out there. He went out there and checked on him. There's a video out that Kanye actually was having recorded. But yeah, he went out and checked on him, and those are the type of friends that he needs. I don't know what's going on, but what I do know is something is definitely wrong.
But it's something been wrong. Like, he needs Jennifer Lewis to go talk to his ass. She get him all the way together. Because, my nigga, what's happening here? And I don't know how, not a therapist. That's not what neither one of my degrees is in. But whatever's happening, dog, like, either you gonna work on it or you gonna be quiet. Like, can we just do one or the other? Like, I would prefer you to be
Well,
healed.
but if you are in an environment and it's not a controlled environment and you're going through shit like that, it's not going to be one or the other. It's going to be every day you're going to be flip-flopping saying, this, that, and the other. And it's going to continue to get worse. Like, nobody is pulling the plug. What, I didn't even want to bring this hoe up, but what is his wife doing? Like, I didn't even read her whole statement. I heard from what I understand is she said blase splays whoop de woo and didn't take no type of, responsibility or no type of no accountability as to, and I understand that's a grown man, but trying to get him where on back on his meds or something shit. I don't know. Man, I don't know what's going on.
Girl's job to get that nigga together. Like,
you're right. You are right.
Like, I can't. I mean, she could be putting the nigga meds in his applesauce.
She could.
She could be. Baby, I made you a smoothie. What's that taste? I don't. Asparagus.
Right.
Just drink it.
Just eat it. Right.
Just like babies. Like, I'm feeding the babies. Here you go too.
Let's just go and eat it. Right.
Like,
yeah, you're right.
But like, the thing about that is, like, I can't blame his wife for it. I mean, I'm sure everything plays a part. But at the end of the day, like, nigga, what is you doing? Or whatever. But we live in a country where the Cheeto in chief get to say whatever he wants. So
that's real.
If nobody's muzzling Habanero Hitler, ain't nobody finna put no muzzle on Kanye, because that shit's entertainment. And we as a society find so much entertainment in watching people set themselves on fire.
That's real. So it's horrible.
It is. Like, everybody love to watch a car accident. You be driving, you be like, damn, nigga, what the fuck is going on over there? Instead of getting where the fuck you supposed to be, this is what we watching, this train wreck.
And I think my thing is with his in-laws and stuff is that I believe that they have the power to muzzle him. Like, I believe that they have that reach. I don't even really necessarily want to say power, but I believe that they have that reach.
The influence. They could probably, his wife could get him committed for a 72-hour hold.
This is what do you see where I'm coming? Like, that's where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something that they could, I don't know, because I again have been in this situation, but I'm just thinking to myself, like, there's something like you said, influence, something that they should be able to do or have the reach to do to help this man. And I understand that it's not always like you have to want to help yourself, but when it's so bad, like, what happens then?
What
is it going to take?
I don't think, to your point about his family and their influence, I don't think they have the self-awareness to be like, oh, this is bad. Like, I think they sitting around being like, oh, girl, Kim, get your boy. Like, ooh, keep him away from the kids. Ooh. But they don't have, from what it appears, from what they show me, from what they show the world, I don't think they have the self-awareness to even be like, this is a problem. Because when you're so out of touch with, like, everyday people's realities, like, we live an everyday reality where we are, working so we can keep our lights on, food on the table, clothes on our back, shoes on our feet. We have we're down here on the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Them niggas is up here where they could just be thinking about self-enlightenment and shit, like really lofty goals. So because they're not worrying about these very practical things, I think they don't have the self-awareness to be like, damn, nigga, this is crazy. Like, what is happening here? Like, I think because you see so many things when you have that level of influence and you're around so many people and you have so much money. Like they could call. Didn't the little girl up north get a whole like 1,800 horses for her birthday or something?
Right.
Like
Something ignorant. Right.
Like you could have a motherfucker. He could be riding a nigga back on in the club, like getting Cambodian breast milk. Like when you can just get whatever you want, your grasp on actual reality, I feel like is very loose. You ain't got self awareness to be
That's
like,
real.
it's not real life. Real people don't do this because you are
That's
so
real.
used to being around niggas who be like, no, bitch, I really want a unicorn. Go give me a unicorn, like a real ass unicorn. Matter of fact, make it a Pegasus.
Right. A
Like
real
do
one.
that. Like yeah, and the wings better come out his back, and it better be able to fly, and I better be able to go ride next to the nigga from the Never Ending Story. Like
Right.
when you have that sort of stuff, like I just don't even think they could even come up with like they don't have a self awareness to be like, yo, this is weird. This is wrong.
That's a good point.
Back up. Pump the brakes. Let's put this nigga in the hospital. Like I just but in the meantime, in between time, like Kanye, shut the fuck up.
Yep. You right.
Get off the campaign trail, dog.
Please, just no more tweets, please. I'm not in the mood.
Your
So
mama-
I feel like I had another one too, but now I can't even think about it. But
everybody can shut the fuck up at this point.
At this point, shut the fuck up. If you ain't got no mask on, you can shut the fuck up.
Nigga. So let's talk about Indiana and how Monday.
Nope, we gonna wait. We gonna wait till after the break.
Okay, my bad. Let's go.
So this is what we gonna do. Y'all know how to do. Take a little short commercial break, and then we'll be back. We're gonna talk about. I mean, I know we sick and tired of fucking hearing about this pandemic, but we are going to talk about like she said, I'm gonna talk about what's going on in Georgia. She's gonna talk about what's going on in Indiana, and we're gonna talk about the kids going back to school. So we'll be right back. All right, we back.
Hey.
Again, before we get started with this segment, just in case you didn't hear it the first time, the views of this podcast and Autumn the Aries and Lex have absolutely positively nothing to do with either sorority that we are a part of.
Not at all.
And just mind your business. All right.
That's it.
I've been hearing a lot about the kids returning to school. And over the past couple of weeks, like I think maybe the past couple of episodes, I know for a fact, like the last episode I had talked about it with Brandy, but Brandy homeschools her children anyway. So I've kind of wanted to talk to someone who does not homeschool their children, and to see, what's tea. So like, and just real quick here in Georgia, that was what my other Shut the Fuck Up award was shut the fuck up to whatever piece of a piece of legislation that's allowing this stupid ass Governor Kemp to sue Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. So anyways, I ain't even gonna get all into it, but anyway, that's what's going on there. It looks like for the most part that most of the school districts here either are going to be completely virtual, maybe like for the first quarter or whatever they call it now, or they have an option to go full time or be home virtual. And I don't think there's any that are just like making them go into the classroom. Like there may be like, because I know that they've talked about it, but I haven't paid a whole lot of attention. I mean, I paid attention, but not for real, because I ain't got no kids in school, thank God.
Why would you need to pay attention to that?
Right. So what's going on in Indiana?
So I'm happy you asked, because you already know the deal. So first of all, shut the fuck up because we didn't address this, but shut the fuck up to people who still don't want to wear no mask. Like, we are literally talking about a cloth. You could go tie your scarf around your face, cover your nose to your mouth with an F.
Yes.
And go out in public. And y'all are like, this too much. I don't like it. Oh my God, is this what we gotta do? I'm like, first off, you don't like this little flimsy ass piece of material around your face, bro. You gonna hate when they gotta intubate you. When they gotta stick that tube down your throat and put you on that respirator, you gonna hate it. When
if you wake up,
nigga, and it ain't guaranteed that you're gonna wake up, nor is it guaranteed that your people gonna know what happened to you. So, like, just to put that in full perspective, by the time you got to get that respirator daddy in you, dog.
I mean, it's not even okay. It's not okay at that point.
Like, Molly, you in trouble, girl. Like, I don't know what you're gonna do because can't nobody come check on you. So if they just be like, you know what, listen, we ain't got enough room. The nigga in room 4B won't think he coming back. Pull the plug. Like, who's gonna know?
That ain't funny, but the way you just did that was funny.
I mean, because that's like, you know,
it's real.
It could happen because, like, from what I understand, and like, again, I don't know, but you nobody can come see you. They call you, like, somebody, you got a designated person that they contact, or you get to contact the hospital once a day or whatever, just to check to see if your person's still alive. You know, when your nigga call and be like, hey, is my bae still alive? She in room 305, and they be like, oh yeah, no.
Right.
It ain't like you could be like, well, what happened? Well, nigga, she had COVID.
Right. It was just a wrap at that point.
It's done. So if you can't tolerate this little piece of flimsy material, and don't get me wrong, I understand there are people with breathing issues or whatever, but you're gonna really have breathing issues.
That's
get
real.
that COVID in your life, and I'm not making light of it either.
I mean, but I say it every episode. I have asthma.
So, like, okay. I don't understand why people are like, I don't want to wear this mask. Don't wear it. See what happens.
And to be completely honest, sometimes it is difficult, but I don't even know if it's because of the asthma or if it's just more so because, like, some stores that you go in is hot. Yep. Like, at the moment, I don't have a washer and dryer at home, so I don't know if you've ever been to a laundromat that wasn't hot. So I go in there and it be hot, but I have to, you know, because I'm really probably the only person that's gonna be in there that got a damn mask on.
Oh, so y'all ain't got no compulsory mask law? Okay.
No, we ain't got no damn law. This is what they're. This
the
is
governor's stupid. That's why.
Facts. This is what they're fighting about. They want Keisha wants
trying to say, y'all.
Facts.
Y'all governor out here being a hoe. Okay, gotcha.
Being a hoe is what he being. Because he does not want the person who leads the fucking city of Atlanta, the leader of the city of Atlanta, the mayor, to make her own decision about her own fucking city, because we know why.
Because, you know,
we know why.
And she intelligent and she gorgeous and she trying to do the fucking thing for everybody.
She doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, she has been doing a fantastic job,
right,
during this bullshit, while everybody else is melting the fuck down.
Nigga out here crying in they fucking Cheerios. And don't get me wrong, this shit's serious. Like, I would not want to be in a position where I had to make real decisions. But the fact that the governor is fighting with the mayor of Atlanta, like, y'all ain't got 4,000 billion trillion people in Atlanta. Like, planes don't come through your city, stop from all points.
The biggest airport in the damn world, I think.
Yeah, good. Because when I had to go to your airport, I was like, Sands, I don't even know where I'm at. Sands, I just keep walking.
Right. Walking. And it ain't that hard to figure out, but still. So, anyways, go back to Indiana. Okay.
So in Indiana, it just came out today, starting Monday, July 27th. It's the whole state mandatory face masks in public. So far, it's only been Indianapolis. I'm sorry. I don't know if it's only Indianapolis. I live in Indianapolis. You know, shout out to the home team. You know, shout out to the Poodles, but shout out to 219 where I'm from, just in case y'all forget. You know. So what I think,
real quick, shout out to your neighboring state, the Buckeye State, who also has gone to a full mask ordeal. Shout out to the Buckeyes. Shout out to the Glass City.
Since like, I don't understand. Like Indianapolis, so Marion County, which is Indianapolis, and its surrounding donut counties, has been under a mandatory when you're in public since July 9th, which I think is late because I've been wearing a mask since niggas was wearing masks.
Facts.
I believe Lake County, which is the 219, shout out to the G, y'all know what it is probably under the same because that's where that's where my people are at. So starting Monday, the whole state is going to do it. The problem with the mandatory thing, like the mandatory Marion County mask thing, is it didn't seem to be any sort of punishment attached to it. And I haven't looked at it yet. I think there's like a punishment attached to it because what it is people are like standing outside of Walmart like, hey, put your, make sure you gotta have a mask. You have to have a mask. Come in here. But niggas is getting in there and pulling that bitch down. It's a chin strap. They taking it off, and I'm like, so what is the point of you having this on if you don't have it actually covering your face? Like I'm in here with the mask on, glasses fogging. And I can't see without my glasses. I'm like, I can't see nothing.
If I could cover up my eyes and walk around, nigga, I would.
Bruh, when I tell you the way my immune system set up, I can't play with y'all like this no more. Nigga, listen. I got kids. I ain't got asthma, but I got some real interesting shit happening. I can't play with y'all, dog. I ain't got that to do, nigga. I'm about to start spraying y'all niggas with hand sanitizer. What you said? Back get out of here.
I'm about to just start making up my own concoction of Lysol.
Bruh.
Because I can't find none.
Nigga. Look for some seventh generation. Because I was somewhere and they was like, ain't no Lysol, but this 7th generation. I got to read and think I saw bitches come out with me today. Like
I've been finding a bunch of hand sanitizer, all that stuff now.
Nigga, I'm so
you know what? I've been finding some that's been halfway decent though.
But it ain't that $1 bottle of hand sanitizer.
Nigga, it's not.
That's what I miss. The $1 bottle.
Really,
nigga, but I got a gallon of hand sanitizer.
Anyway, so
right on.
So y'all y'all are about to go under the mandatory mask for the whole state.
Yes, praise the Lord. Praise be the Lord.
Okay. So school is about to start in a few weeks. You have a 16-year-old and a 10-year-old?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Lord. That's why I got all this gray hair.
So how is that okay? As a co-parenting mom, got these 2 girls. Are they going back to school? Like, when do you? First of all, when are they saying that school is going to be open? Are they opening school on time?
So I just got a call today from the baby girl's school. So I'm lying. It was yesterday. School was supposed to start for her on August 3rd. But I got a call from the big girl's school. My big Outlook.
Gmail, you got Gmail. It's all right.
Outlook just out here doing trash, nigga. The big girl's school, they actually pushed it back. I think she was supposed to start on like the 12th. They pushed it back to the 17th. So now I'm sitting here like, well, if they're pushing high school back, why is my elementary school child not getting pushed back? But when they called, they were like, we see that you have her down to come in. So that's another thing. So what they've been saying where my kids go to school is there is the option for you to send them into the school. There's an option for you to do virtual. There's a hybrid option too. For me, as scary as it is, it's like, I know I'm going to have to go back into the office. I'm not a teacher. I'm not cut out to homeschool. Like, unless the governor says we are all going to, continue to shelter in place.
Move your microphone off of the, I think it might be on your, I think it's, yeah.
Oh,
well, it's all right. Oh yeah, okay. You do sound a lot better now, but.
Dang. Okay.
Go ahead. It's cool.
Okay. So unless the governor says, hey, none of the kids are returning to school, everybody has to do e-learning, the small one's going to go back in and we'll see what happens. The big one, her school's already decided they're splitting the student body up. So if you're in cohort A, you're going to go Monday and Tuesday. Nobody goes Wednesday so they can deep clean the school. and then you e-learn for, you e-learn Wednesday through Friday. Or if you're on the flip side, you go
Yeah.
Thursday and Friday. I'm waiting to see what happens with my small human. Like if my small human, I don't mind her doing virtual, but she's got to be on the same schedule her sister is.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how that's going to work when I eventually go back in the office. Like I was supposed to go back into the office the same day the baby girl goes back to school. And then they just pushed it back like, no, it'll be September. And I'm like, okay. But so everybody's kind of just waiting around. And the way they
Mm-hmm.
phrased it for the elementary school, I think they're going to end up pushing it back. But like one of the township schools, they just said point blank period is virtual or whatever. Because like Indianapolis has its main school district and then it has these townships. So like if you live north, south, east, west, whatever, you're in a township. Like when we
Mm-hmm.
used to live all the way out east, we was in whatever the fuck township.
Right.
Those townships can say, no, our kids are just gonna do it virtually. Or like other townships have pushed their schedule back. I don't know what the fuck. Because my baby goes to a charter school. So like she's in
Mm-hmm.
Indianapolis public school, but she goes to a charter school. So they are following a different set of rules.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. But now like that puts parents like me in a bind, like, okay, so do I go buy new uniforms? Because my babies wear uniforms. Do I go buy new uniforms? Do I buy all these school supplies for you to show up maybe 1 or 2 days and then they say, no, y'all gonna have to do virtual until the spring? Like I have no idea. And I'm sitting here like, okay, so do we just see if your old uniforms fit and buy you a couple of notebooks? Cause I don't know if you really going. And I don't know. I don't want to be
I
insensitive to teachers because I feel for the teachers because there's another thing that I heard through work, completely unrelated, but kind of in some of the other counties, they're saying
Mhm.
if your kid is sick, like for any reason, it could just be a cold. Your kid could just have a chuckle, like a little tickle in their throat.
Mhm.
They out for 10 days, period. Poo. Like you just out for 10 days. So how does that work? But if your teacher gets sick, like if one of these raggedy parents and they kids school sick, now the teacher's sick, now you've potentially infected however many kids is in your
Mhm.
populated classroom. It's all fucked up. And it's hard to make a decision on what to do.
I so my sister
Mm-hmm.
who worked for the school system or whatever, she was saying that's what they're doing, the same thing that you guys are doing, but it's like a Monday Wednesday schedule, a Monday Wednesday and like a Tuesday Thursday and then off Friday or something. It's just really weird. What that plan sounds a little bit better because you have that day in the middle to clean the school and do whatever. But I was telling her, and I think I might have said it, a couple of times on the podcast already. Like, y'all know Bear. You've been with me since Bear
Nigga, when
has
Bear
been
was out
small,
here cutting up
doing the most,
the absolute.
and as much as I know, cause see, I'm not gonna downplay myself as a parent. I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
What I'm gonna say is, a real nigga ain't got no patience. My son is smart. He is one of the brightest crayons in the box, but he
Mm-hmm.
lazy.
Yeah.
And it was bad enough me trying to get him to do his homework and do do all this that the other. Like I could not imagine having to basically school him. I mean, I know that there would be, instruction. They got the Zoom, they got all this, that, and the other. There would be some,
You still trying to teach them and keep them on task. That shit is rough.
yeah, and trying to work, even if you're working from home. Like, I've been on calls where hell, I be on calls and the damn cat in the background getting on my nerve. So
TJ doing the most.
the most. So I thank God for people like my sister, because I know that she would come to my rescue like she always have with my son. But everybody doesn't have that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't have someone that can help with that. So I feel for everybody. I feel for the parents. I feel for the kids, because even though they might miss their friends or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because that first week of school, you be hyped to go back a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And I know, I know that they probably miss their friends or whatever, but I also know that there's a whole bunch of kids that are probably afraid to be around people.
Terrified.
You know what I'm saying?
Like there are some kids who just cannot take the risk or whatever. Like my kids, I thank God my kids are healthy, but like I have to remind them when they be like, "Oh, can I go see so and so?" I'd be like, "So is that worth?" Think about what happens if you're over there and you don't know nothing about where they've been, who's been in their house, and you get me sick, or when you're with your father, you get your daddy sick. You're running a risk of getting yourself sick. You're running a risk of getting daddy sick. Then you're gonna bring it back to me, and I already told you, nigga, I'm on some real shit. I can't afford to get sick right now.
Right.
You get your sister sick. Think about how that's going to affect everyone in our family. Is that the risk you willing to take? Like I know you miss your friends, and I don't. And I think that's another thing. We as adults, and it's something I listened to on a different podcast. Like we as adults have the benefit of experience. Like we know. So like all these kids who just missed their graduations or their proms, and it's like, oh, you could do this again. Like you'll have something else in the future, because we've already experienced those things and we know that there's more to life. But when you are 16 or 17, 18, the biggest loss is the one you're experiencing. It is not what anybody else is experiencing. So if you set your whole heart on going to homecoming or the prom or your graduation, you don't know nothing else past that, because you don't have the benefit of experience that your grandma, your auntie, your daddy, your cousin, everybody, every adult in your life is like, just keep living. Something else is going to happen. I ain't trying to hear that shit, because you don't have that level of experience. Like my baby girl, she just turned 10. All she wanted for her birthday was a sleepover. She's never really had a sleepover.
Aww.
I was like toe down. And I'm just like, baby, as soon as it's safe for you to have a sleepover, I promise you'll have a sleepover. But until it is safe, I ain't gonna be able.
Bruh, I got the pizza. I just let me know. I'm cash app the piece of money, because
she, like, the way my kids have been a trooper for the last like 6, 7, 8 months with everything we've been going through, dog. That she deserved a sleepover. She ain't shit, but she deserved a sleepover. It's just like, we as adults have the benefit of being like, oh, you'll get to see your friends again. But think about like preschool kids or kindergarten kids. If you didn't go to daycare, like my babies both went to daycare. So if you didn't come through daycare, and shout out to the daycare providers, because I promise my kid, that baby, she wouldn't be potty trained. She wouldn't know her alphabet. She wouldn't know shit if she didn't go to daycare. Like shout out to Miss Danielle, Miss Beverly, because I'm not a teacher. I ain't go to school for that. I ain't got that patience. Bro, you would be dumb. You'd be stuck in dumb food with your mom. You still be in diapers at 10. Because I don't know how to do that. I can just support somebody else's efforts. I'm just backup. But like, if you didn't have the benefit of going to daycare, being socialized around kids, you're about to miss out because of the pandemic on being socialized those first kind of formative years of social interaction. Like kids coming up are going to be so much different than what we were, because they're going to be viewing other kids on a screen, as opposed to sitting around and playing at the park, playing in classroom, having interactive time with kids. And that makes me sad. Like I understand we want people to be safe, but like just think about how this is going to change everybody. Not to mention, this is a whole ass big shared bubble of trauma for everybody.
Man.
Like we all sitting around anxious. The levels of anxiety, of drinking, of smoking, of like doing shit just to kind of numb
the
fear and panic. is off the charts. Like everybody need therapy.
Like
Like,
like think about people who like me who have gone through years of dealing with anxiety,
yeah,
and then I get to a point where I'm sitting in a pandemic and I live alone and I can't go anywhere.
yeah,
Like it's like I was just about to say, like I'm like my family. Like I was just talking to them the other day. Like I want to go home. If I don't
yeah,
go anywhere else, I want to go home. But I can't
mhm,
because you know what I'm saying? People have compromised immune systems. Hell, my mom is 71. You know what I'm saying?
ooh,
My uncle is older than her. So
mhm.
it's like
You can't risk it with that.
I
Like,
can't. I don't even want to send anything to her house. Like
mhm,
I don't even like I was telling even like for Mother's Day, I was gonna send or for her birthday, I was gonna send her flowers. And I'm like, I couldn't even bring myself to do it. Like I don't and I know that she goes to the store or I get all that, but I don't want to I don't want to put any additional risk
right.
on her. So I can't do it. I just can't do it. So yeah, and so I feel bad. That's what I was saying. I feel bad about the kids, because they can't, because they'll miss their friends or whatever. But there are some of these kids out here are just they're just scared too. They don't know
Yeah.
what's gonna happen. They don't know what you know what I mean. Like, could you
It's
imagine?
so
Could you
confusing,
imagine being 10 right now?
bro. You know what? I try so hard to like check in with this little girl. Like, hey, you good? Like, you want to talk about it? You want to talk about it? Like, I think she knows what the coronavirus is. She knows what this is. But like, just we was in the car yesterday, and she was like, "Hey, can I go spend the night at so and so's house?" And I was like,
Mm,
"Nah, nigga. Like, nah, bro, you can't." And let me tell you why. First of all, the person she wants to spend the night at, I was like, I don't know her. Secondly, no. Thirdly, do we even know if they've been doing what they need to do? Like, bro, like, and then I got to list who all you affect by these decisions. Like, your dad has health issues too. I have health issues. Like your sister. So if you affect your sister, she can't go back to work. You can't go to camp. Daddy has to quarantine. Mommy, like I'm working remotely, so I'm here, but I can't go to the store now and get food for you. Like, it's just all of those things. Like it's such a ripple effect. But to a 10-year-old, it's like after I ran it, she was like, oh, damn, she
right.
don't hear none of that shit. She was like, where this bitch go?
Right. I'm gonna ask her. I'm gonna ask her in a couple more days.
Right.
That's how.
Maybe her answer will change because she don't
So, so how's the 16-year-old doing? How because these are
know.
like two different, totally different like age range. So
She's
how is the
ready.
16-year-old doing?
She is good. Like, in the pandemic, like in the beginning when they were still in school, like niggas was struggling, like with e-learning, like just like Bear. We talk about Bear being smart. My 16-year-old is super duper smart. She's smart. She is compassionate. She cares. She cares too much. She really be trying to save folk. And I'd be like, bro, you got to let some of these niggas drown. Like you can't save
Right.
these hoes.
These
Like,
hoes is
yeah,
not to be saved. Literally,
dog.
these hoes.
Do not save not one of them. Get off me, bitch. Like, don't save nobody.
Right.
But she struggles with time management, and she struggles with time management to the point where like she is an overachiever, but also she procrastinates, and that shit don't work. That shit don't match. So like when we were e-learning in the beginning, like in the spring, but didn't have no grades. Like to be completely transparent, she and to back that story up, like I just recently got divorced, so I was going through a divorce in the beginning of that. So not only are we going through a divorce, and they have to adjust to what having two different houses and adjust to this new normal. They then have to adjust to the fact that we're in a pandemic, and who the fuck knew what a pandemic was
Facts.
prior to being in it. Then we moved, like I sold my house, like just so many things happened. But when we hit her with the news of the divorce, it was in the middle of the semester. Like she was testing,
Mm-hmm.
and we hit her with that, or however they school is. It's not semester, it's something else. But
Yeah,
anyway,
whatever it is. Yeah.
like her grades tanked to the point where she just had no grades in her classes. And it was like, bro, what are you doing? Like, are you counting on this pandemic ending in a zombie apocalypse? Because if not, like, you got to bring this shit up. And like, she just could not. It was so hard for her to rebound because she already struggles with time management and she got to deal with all these emotions and she didn't want to talk about it and none of that stuff. So it was down to the last wire. And I mean, she had to have a lot of support from the school and other people and like us being like, yo, are you getting your work done? Let me see your plan. Yada, yada, yada. For like 8 classes, she was able to bring up her grades in 6 of them. 2 of them, not so much. So she has to take one of them next summer. She not have to do it this summer, but she'll retake it next summer just to stay on the academic honors track. Like she got the points, but she just needs to stay on the academic honors track because she be pushing herself because I ain't pushing you. Like you got it, just go on, chief. But
Right.
So like, I think for me, now that life has calmed down, it will be different to have 3 days where she e-learns because she doesn't have that other stuff kind of looming over her head and you've gotten used to it because she's done some summer classes. Like she's also in a summer class because she's an overachiever. So she's taking like extreme geometry or something this summer because her school has a different model of what they do. So she's better. She is kind of navigating it. She's been working this summer for like a teen program or whatever. So she works at a daycare. So she has to be super careful because she's working around people's kids. So that means, you got to keep your hands washed. You got to keep this mask on. Niggas be losing my mask, but I think I found a cheat code. I just bought some disposable masks. Like,
right.
Bro, I done had to put up a whole little rack by the door and hang masks. Like every time I go to Target, I'm buying them two for faux daddies and just hanging them up there. And like, here your mask. Here go the disposable masks. They're disposable masks in the car. Like, I'm very serious about these masks because y'all can't get sick. If y'all get sick and you're asymptomatic and I get sick, we in a world of trouble. Like Molly, we in trouble, girl. Because then if you don't know and when it's time for you to go to your father's house and he don't know you sick and he gets sick and he still has to go out and work too outside the home. Like, he take precautions, but he's still working. He gonna get sick. I'm like, girl, do you know how many, like, it's a ripple effect.
Right.
So she's much better now. Her and her sister are much better now because life has kind of calmed down and, shit ain't as stressful as it used to be. But so I think if her having to do e-learning part of the week should be fine. But her sister, baby.
But how how's she doing as far as like with her friends and stuff? Like, how is that hanging out? Because like you said, the 10-year-old, she's like, hey, I want to go spend the night. So how is the 16-year-old?
She has gotten to see her girlfriend a few times. Like, we've had some outdoor dates where, me and her mom and her and a girlfriend and baby girl have gone for like ice cream outside, masked up or whatever, kind of keeping a distance. I think when she's with her dad, she got to go see her too, and she got to be outside, like, separate. She spends all her time on the phone like a teenager, so she on FaceTime all the time.
Okay, I figured that.
It's so disgusting.
She be the one. See, she be the one that
early on the phone, and I'd be like,
and don't be leaving looking at each other though. They just talking with the camera on, but don't be looking at each other. All right.
I have walked in the room and baby girl's on the phone. I'm like, who you on the phone with? She like, girlfriend. I'm like, why are you on the phone with her? Is your sister asleep? Does she know you on the phone? Yeah, she just put the phone down. So the phone just running, like just all many times just running. And I'll be like,
thank God we ain't paying. We got unlimited situations. Girl.
Thank God that's on your daddy bill, because I'd be like, I'm gonna need you to hang up the phone. But so she spends a lot of time FaceTiming with her friends. But she did that anyway before, because her closest friend, like her best friend, lives across town, so she doesn't see her very often. And like her one or two friends, because she don't keep a bunch of friends. She keep a bunch of people that's cool with her.
Right.
You might think she your friend, but she like, nah, Joe.
She know what it is.
These is my friends. She she wise beyond her years.
Mhm.
So like a lot of technology, a lot of FaceTime, and even with baby girl when she was in school, they had their hangouts or whatever. So she would be on the Chromebook with her hangouts with her classmates,
Good.
from the time school was in to the end of the day, and that was good to get her that interaction.
Mhm.
But it's tough. It really is tough to like know that they can't interact with their friends, they can't see their friends, but also y'all really wouldn't go see none of these people like outside of school, no way. So
Right.
what are we really doing?
Right.
Take
Right.
that time and go on about your business. So
Right. Like, cause I don't know her or her mama or her daddy. So you
and I
probably
don't want to
won't be
know.
able to spend the night over there no way.
I don't
So
want no new friends. I don't care and I don't want to play. So no sis. No sis. We not doing it. So
well,
thank you.
it sounds like you got it
The
together
struggle.
as best you can. I mean, we just have to keep I just have to keep getting updated to see how it all goes. Like,
Yeah. And I
I
mean, I
mean,
think it's a risk. Anything you like, all of it is just a calculated risk. Like when you go
yeah.
to the store, you making a risk. Like I got to go home to see my mom and them because I hadn't seen my mama since February. And I was like, listen, can we come see you? And she was like, please do. And I said, bet. Because we had been trying to do as best we could to, keep in our
Mm.
bubble and everything. And I know what she's doing or whatever. But I was like, let's go home see my mama.
And
And
well,
so,
at least it was just all y'all had to do was get in a car. Like, I haven't seen
right.
my family since October, and that means I would have I mean, I could just get in the car. I used to
Mhm.
be a road warrior.
Mhm.
I am not anymore. Like, I'm not feeling like that
I'm really
whole 11
surprised you ain't
hours.
get it, dog. Like I'm really surprised because you
And
could
you know
stop at Indianapolis. You just bring
and
your
you
ass.
know and you know that I have definitely thought about it, especially now with the shit that just happened at work again. So I'm thinking about it like, should I just hop in the
I
car and
mean,
go
you just
home?
let
Like,
me know because this whole week coming up, dog. I, I ain't got no kids, so just you let
bruh.
me know what's happening.
which
But
is which is a lot safer than passing through Hartsfield, even though they're probably only at like 30% capacity anyway,
yeah,
but it's still just too much of a risk. Like, I just cannot see myself I'm going through withdrawals. I cannot see myself walking in anybody's airport right now. I just
it's
can't
so
see it.
scary. I was literally thinking about that the other day because I still need to get down there to see
Man,
you, and I was like, well, how am I gonna do it? I'm gonna have to wear something on the plane, get in the bathroom, take it off before I even get in the car with you. Like, wash my
like,
hands off
you're
my face.
literally gonna have to wear a spacesuit, and it's just
Literally,
like,
that's a lot. And then I'm about to put it in a plastic bag, and I'm about to keep it over here. And then
you
I
have to
can't
bury it, have to bury it like the unsub in the
right
backyard, like a dead
under a
body.
full moon because that's how you got to do it. But don't get no blood on it because that's gonna start some other shit. That's gonna start an apocalypse. We'll start the apocalypse.
We gonna figure it out though.
Right. Because we got unfinished business to handle when we get together. Because it's gonna get
Facts.
y'all don't
Double
understand.
facts.
How long has it been since I seen you? Like, no, we was just together in what?
Was it
20,
last year or the year before last?
I thought it was 2016.
It was a long time ago because you know how I know it? I was in Lawrenceville. So I've been over here for 3 years.
Right. So, and it was a long time ago because I had locks too, and a nigga has a teaspoon of hair. So,
Yeah. So
it was a long time
it's been at the very least, it's been about three and a half years. So
right. So that's probably,
we definitely gonna link.
of course, it's gonna be fantastic.
It is. And yeah, we're gonna get it together. But so all right, so real quick though, before we hang it up, because we've been at it about an
We've been
hour.
doing it. You know how we get down.
Right. Do you watch Versus at all? Ever?
I watched the magical healing versus with Jill Scott, Erica Badu,
With my
with your bag,
okay.
and I was
You
like,
know what
oh,
it is.
Big Booty Judy and Jill, and I was just like, bro, why y'all so fine?
Why? If
Why?
you would have saw my tweets, bruh, it was real bad. It was horrible.
Oh, speaking of tweets, go ahead and stick that pin in that story about Twitter and me and you. So you tell the people.
So it really don't even matter because, so I, a whole long time ago, I'm like, bruh, can you please get on Twitter? Like, can you please, because Facebook is the devil and I hate it. Can you please just get on Twitter? So she would not get on Twitter.
I'm opposed.
So I did exactly what Twitty from the Drunk Unks did for Uncle Fax and made her Twitter.
Nigga, ain't you the one came up with the name, nigga?
What was it?
I'm sure I'm Lex the G because of you, dog. Like, I'm pretty certain.
Man, I don't even remember.
Or that's how I got it. But
yeah, I think it was your Twitter name though. But
created me a Twitter against my will.
Yeah,
and just like, hey, got your Twitter together, and I was like, what?
Like, just go on and log in, bro.
I'm like, what? Log into your Twitter, bitch. You playing? And it was a whole live ass Twitter, and I got up there like a whole granny and was like, I don't understand what's happening here. What is happening? This is not Facebook. This is not Instagram. This ain't even Black Planet.
And this was before. This was before it was even a whole bunch of features on there. This was like 10 years, 9 years ago, or 8 years ago.
No, she's lying. It was like 5-6 years ago, and I was like, what is happening here? Like,
and now she ain't even like she don't even know what it is, bruh.
I'm not getting on Twitter. Like, y'all don't keep that. Y'all be real combative and ignorant on Twitter, and I'm gonna just stay on Facebook and ignore people.
Y'all, you and that damn Twitty from Drunk the whole Drunk Unks. Them niggas is Facebook. That's what they do. I cannot.
Bro, if Black Planet gets to popping again, I'm about to go get me an account.
You see, they had relaunched it, but it was so trash. I was so disappointed.
Like how I get down on Facebook, and to preface people, I promise my Facebook dry. But like, it's so, we have been so integrated because like I've been on Facebook since you had to have like a campus address and you had to, like, have an actual school address. So like I'm a Facebook OG.
Same.
So the idea of like going to somebody else's platform and it just not behaving like Facebook or whatever, like I would be like, what is this? What am I doing? What is it? And I'm logging off. Like, fuck it. I'm logging off. So
the worst. But anyway, I'm gonna try to get her back on there. So
back to Versus.
Real quick. Before we go, that's what I was saying. So the Versus, so you watched Gldn and Erica. So tonight, which is kind of why I'm rushing you off here. I'm just to keep 100.
My favorite
even though I know they ain't about to start on time. It's a dog fight, DMX and Snoop.
Damn.
How you feeling about that?
Bro, that's a hell of a matchup. It's a child in my belly. What? I'm on my way. Thank you. My tater tots is done with that brisket.
Yes, anyway, right on time.
Whole time. Oh shit. I got an old lady bedtime. So I don't know if I can no Versus tonight.
It's about to come on at 8. It's coming on now. Well, they ain't on there right now, niggas.
It's not gonna start because Snoop's still getting high.
They probably
won't think DMX is getting high. He should be sober.
Please, God.
Please. But I think that's gonna be lit. I hope it be on YouTube later so I can watch.
Like the energy is gonna level right out because you got X who is like super duper hype. I saw him in concert last year at a One Music Fest.
Yes. Oh, you told me about that. That's
so and I've seen Snoop too a few times. So he just lacks. So I think it's gonna be. I think the energy of it is gonna be perfect. So I'm hype about it.
Baby, close the door. I'm gonna be with you in a minute. I just once. They know what I'm doing. Like they literally know.
They know.
Auntie fans, and here they come. Hey, what you doing? Minding my business.
Right.
1 minute, nigga. Ain't nobody
per usual.
Ain't nobody come to see you on this.
Right.
Anyway, I don't know. I'm gonna check it. If it's recorded, like if it's on YouTube later, I'm gonna see it. If not, you can shoot me them highlights. Because I'm hoping somebody is working the internet connection.
I think that they're going to be in the same place. I think they're going to be usually when they're in the same place, like when they're in the Versus studio or whatever it is.
For real?
Girl, yeah, girl. When Jadakiss and Fabulous did it, they were together. And when Alicia Keys and John Legend did it, they were together. So yeah, they got a little studio popping off.
That sounds real boring. Alicia Keys and John Legend.
Girl, it was. You know what? I wasn't trying to really fuck with it for real. I love me some John Legend, but I really wasn't trying to fuck with it. But it actually turned out really nice.
I don't think anything could top Jill Scott and Erykah Badu in my mind. What, child? What? Bye. I'm not done.
Anywho. So all right, so let the people know, even though because if they haven't turned over to YouTube right now, they don't see that down here at the bottom I got your handles, but just let everybody know how they can at least reach you on Instagram.
Number one, don't reach me.
Okay,
that's the first thing. But if you want to, you can follow me at my bathroom photo shoot. And to prefaces, don't be expecting no fancy stuff, but as you can see, I am out here in my granny chic, my Gldn girls zhuzh, because what I like, that Instagram is all about like my thrifting. I'm really into thrifting as a means to kind of be environmentally, to be environmentally conscious, but not for real. Because I don't want y'all to be like, oh, she recycling, she do stuff. No, I just really like buying old things. I like to try to challenge myself to make something fashionable,
and she does it so freaking well. Like every time, like she'll put something on and I'll be like, or she'll show it to me, I'll be like, I ain't gonna be able to wear that, but I bet she about to rock the shit out of it. And every time I'm like, bro, you need to start an Instagram and start putting that shit on there.
Oh, to that point, she talked about at the beginning of the episode about how I was influential in her starting her podcast. Y'all don't understand. I was not going to start this IG. Like, I just used to, and the whole purpose is like me sneaking to the bathroom at work.
Right.
Taking bathroom pictures. And like, she was like, bro, you need to start a IG. And I was like, no, I don't even do this enough. And then she was like, no, but just start one because I really like what you're doing. Because to me, fashion is expression. And I'm still trying to like determine what my fashion, like what my sense of style is. I know what I like. I know what makes me feel good. Like these polka dots make me feel good.
Love me some polka dots.
Girl, this bright orange makes me feel good. Trying to channel my inner Mrs. Roper from Three's Company is my zhuzh. Like I really fuck with Mrs. Roper chic, or like my 1950s housewife. Because it's all about like seeing what you like. And something I have started trying to embrace is like, fuck them if they don't feel it. Like this granny chic shit might not be your thing, but bro, it's my lane. And
that's real.
Lanes, it's only one room. It's room for me in my lane. So when you find yourself skittering and swerving, back up, dog. That's not your lane. Like what you like.
Yeah.
Love it. Like, and do that shit, because at the end of the day, like I want to live my life on full. And when I'm dead, I won't be empty. And I mean, that's word to August Alsina, because he said that in his interview. It's big old facts. We're not gonna talk about him. It's big old facts though. Like at the end of the day, why are you dimming your light? Why are you shrinking yourself? I spent a lot of time shrinking myself in the last couple years, that it's just like, bro, I know who I am. Like you were meant to be greater. And if this is the way you want to express it, like do it. Like Autumn says, you want to live your life autonomously. Like fuck them niggas if they don't feel it. I don't care if you don't like it. If you don't like thrift stores, dog, that's cool. Go spend $150 on the same t-shirt I just got for $5. Like, do you, boo? Like, I ain't mad at it. But
your boy Black Paco he said he the king of thrifting.
Oh, word. Show and prove Black Paco. Like Adam. Yeah. You know the handle. Oh, he might actually not know the handle, but that's cool. I mean, thrifting is just so fun. It's a challenge. You see something you like, and it's a challenge to be like, can I rock that? Can I make that me? Can I put my stamp on it? And that's what fashion is. And as you try to develop your style, you will start to be like, I'm mobbed toward this. I'm drawn toward this. And some stuff works and some stuff don't. But like I promise, you will not be upset that you tried to express yourself the way you tried to express it, because it ain't hurt nobody. So if a nigga don't like what you're wearing, nigga, fuck you and keep it moving, dog. Like
it is what it is, nigga. Like,
but I'm telling you, this dress was $3.99 at the Salvation Army, nigga, and I love it. And I got the belt to match. And I got some white pumps over there. And nigga, I got a little ass fascinator. Cause low key, I be wanting to be Simone Sanders. You know, I got my big glass, got my low cut haircut because she's big time. So like, shout out to Simone Sanders. If I was on Twitter, I'd be following her.
Oh, here you go. If I was on Twitter, you get on
If
my
I was
damn
on Twitter,
nerves.
I'm not gonna be on Twitter. But anyway, if you want to follow my page, it's called you add me at my bathroom photo shoot. We don't be having no bathroom photo shoot because we out here working remotely. So it might be my on my steps photo shoot, my in front of my car photo shoot, my in the corner looking kind of casually posed photo shoot, me in front of my plants. But you know, if you want to follow, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. But just don't bring no bullshit because we out here vibrating high. Like, you know,
That's it.
Don't try me because I don't want it. You can get blizzard.
That's it. And on that note, I want to just thank you for coming on the show. This will not be the last time.
Absolutely.
We got a whole lot of shit to talk about. And I appreciate you, bro. I love you.
Bro, you know it's all love over here.
And for everybody that tuned in to the end, I just want to thank you for coming back to the Lit Life podcast. Or if this is your first time, I hope you loved it. I'm pretty sure you did because I did as well. And until you hear me again, peace.
Bye, y'all.